Fox Nation is ass. And Tucker was on it, and it continued to be ass. And it didn't, not in a good way. And it didn't amount to a hill of shit. And so apparently the Blaze is saying goodbye to its its biggest competitor. Yeah. Let's see. Shall we? Yes. Look, there's no way Fox Nations took any attention away from this or the Blaze, the Daily Wire, any of that shit. The only people signing up for it were people who signed up for all of those things or none of those things. So it's just, or none of the others. And so it doesn't fucking matter. But they're very happy to see it go.
It's an interesting week, man. It's been an interesting week.
Interesting. Absolutely. You've been hanging out with Debbie?
I told you guys. And
He did. He said it. I don't know what he said, but he said it.
I'm going to reiterate. I kind of want to summarize as we
reiterate the summarization.
Get off the rails. I want to summarize some of what we've talked about this week.
Yeah, thanks, because I'm new to your show and I don't care. Get on with it.
For years now, we've told you that it is imperative that you support independent broadcasting. Now,
I agree. That's why you should subscribe to HalSparks Mega Worldwide, infotainmentwars.com, and of course, twitch.tv/HalSparks. If you have Amazon Prime, it doesn't cost you a dime. Patreon.com/HalSparks. It's the first of the month. It's not too late. And you can subscribe on Patreon for a whole year if you just want to do it in one fell swoop and you don't like the idea of paying for stuff or whatever. Is that what you're talking about? It's not what you're talking about, is it? You're talking about subsidizing Glenn Beck's fucking ranch, wherever the hell he is?
There's a reason why we are a part of networks like the Blaze.
You're multiple networks. Good for you.
As someone who...
Money? Would that be the reason?
Was a regular contributor to Fox News. I was.
What happened? Was. And you're really wearing a shirt with your own name on it and Michael Jordan's number.
I was on Fox all the time. A lot of people got to know me through Fox.
Yeah, I have to say I must have missed that entire decade.
I just watched a change happen, even from the outside. I watched a change happen. They started bringing in, different producers, and I could tell that they wanted certain types of content. I would make appearances on the shows, whether I was in New York or doing remotes or whatever. There was different types of content that they
great. This is riveting.
Wanted that was different than what it had been originally, right?
You mean pre-9/11?
Couldn't joke about certain things. They really kind of called you down.
You couldn't joke about certain things. What? Racial epithets?
Down on that. And I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet or not, but I'm not real good at being filtered. I want to be filtered.
Oh, are you? Do you? Do you want to take Bongholio's show?
I wish I could be filtered, but I just can't stop myself from saying really dumb things sometimes because to
Oh, so he wants Tucker's job.
me, it just seems right.
Yeah, I mean, Your Honor, we enter this into evidence without comment.
So I do better. The older I get, I do better. But, they stopped having me on, and those were the reasons why.
It might have been boredom. I mean, this is my first time seeing this dude, and that would be my first one. So far, you got 2 minutes to sell your shtick right out of the gate on a clip, and I'm just saying I don't see it. Maybe it's a style thing. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a comfort level thing. Maybe he's got to grow on you like a toe fungus.
Because they never knew what I was going to say.
Well, perhaps they wanted you to answer the questions that the host presented. What do I know about news?
And I've seen this change in terms of their content over the years. with all of the mainstream media. So if you remember a guy like Tucker Carlson,
No, I'm not familiar. Does anybody know who he is? Didn't he used to? Was he a great big old fat person? No, he was the guy. Fuck, Tucker Carlson. The name rings a bell. I think wasn't he on like? I mean, I stopped. Like, I really lost interest in Walking Dead after season 8 or 9. Are they on 12 now? 15? Where is it? It was like he had a short run on there, right?
Carlson's been on all of the networks. He was on.
He has?
On CNN.
Oh yeah, the guy who's been fired everywhere. Yeah.
He was on MSNBC. You know, he ended up on Fox,
and so you might get the idea that he's just a gadfly and kind of full of shit.
On Fox Nation. You know, Fox Nation was not doing great at all.
Really? I can't imagine that. I would think Fox has their thumb on the pulse of the nation, so it makes, like, I would assume.
If you remember when they launched Fox Nation, which
I do not. Honest to God, when I hear about it, I'm always shocked it's still on the air.
Was their streaming service, their subscription service. There were several people that they had on there that just weren't carrying the load. They just...
Yeah, you're saying they weren't worth being on a website?
Just weren't making it a thing. And so Fox Nation was kind of plummeting. And then they added Tucker Carlson today.
Yeah, and still nothing changed.
And they put it on there, and boom, it became a viable source of information. So Tucker...
Yes, a viable source of information. If you can't get a pamphlet on testicle tanning, it's a good fill-in.
Single-handedly, in my opinion, those on the inside may correct me if I'm wrong, although I doubt they will. Tucker Carlson made Fox Nation an actual viable thing.
No. He was on there, but according to him, and that's pretty close to the inside, at least when he made the video, it didn't help at all.
So you take Tucker off of that, and now you have seen this week not only a market share of more than $1 billion just tank in the network, but also people.
Well, I thought that was because they were going to give Dylan Mulvaney his slot. It's like a Bud Light. I'm fucking around.
Just in droves canceling their Fox Nation subscription. So now, what's the logical thing that I should encourage you to do? Well, I should encourage you
to resubscribe to them, because you should subscribe to us and them, because you want to get a well-rounded thing. And it's not the fault of those other people that he was fired by the uppers and they're trying their... Oh, no? Well, that's not where you were going? You were going with fuck them?
To go to blazetv.com, sell code Chad.
I'm skipping a sales
future,
pitch.
But I do know that I
am boring.
Am extremely
boring.
Excited about certain things that I see coming down the pike here at Blaze. Okay.
Fucking hell. Just what? I can't. This guy's got 30 seconds more. I'm dying here. This is so boring. I'm shocked it's not on Fox Nation.
Okay. It's sort of like,
what's it? Tell me. What's it sort of like?
We are getting our feet underneath us in certain ways, in certain areas. Not that it hasn't been great content all along, but some real entertainment. More than just talking head, regurgitating.
Oh my God. Kevin Sorbo's getting a show with Ted Nugent? I'm so excited. There's going to be some stuff coming down the pike. We're going to be, Glenn and Stu and I are going to act out some of the videos from the Hunter Biden laptop story. And believe me, Glenn's going to be the line of coke. We can't wait to snort him.
The news and our opinions on it, but some real entertainment because...
Yeah, because it's boring around here. I'm not going to lie. It's dull as fuck. Just like, man... It's like trying to jimmy a paint can with a stick of butter around. I know it's just a waste of time.
As I've stated over and over again.
Yes, and I get the feeling that you say things over and over.
The only way to deal with the insanity of the leftist progressive ideals, narratives, and agendas is to...
All of it?
Mock it. Because you've got to use...
That's true. Yep, you got to mock it. You got to be able to make jokes, be entertaining. Just be funny about it. Hilarious. Say insightful and yet humorous things to attack your opponent's position in a way that is both uplifting and enlightening. Go right ahead. Any fucking day now.
Humor to ridicule the stupidity. That's
right, like the hat. I get it. I wasn't hip to it in the beginning, but it's hilarious. It really is. The hat is super funny. The hat and the shirt and the set and the mic. It's so hilarious. Like it took me a minute because it's so dry, But God, just to like look that ridiculous and do this like serious, deadpan, rambly shit. Like the Blaze, man. Fucking, they're fucking punk rock. I don't even know.
the only way people are going to see through it, right? Until
Sure.
that light bulb pops on and you have that aha moment, you're not going to realize the lunacy that's being crammed down your throat.
Well, no, of course not. Not until you cram a light bulb down their throat at the same time.
So we have to mock it.
Okay, get ready. Here it comes. Here comes the mockery.
Perfect example is our friends over at Babylon Bee. Now,
well, that's you borrowing you're going to take one of their jokes or a spoof post and you're going to read it. All right. I get enough of that shit with Jimmy Dore. Fuck off, Cowboy. Good Lord. That is the current state of the Blaze. The Blaze was like, oh shit, it's our moment. Tucker's off. People are wandering in the wilderness trying to find their new site, their new destination. And without Tucker and the joy that he brought, where are they going to go? They're going to come right here. So we're going to put our best foot forward and bore the ass off of everyone. So par for the course.